Hi everyone, this is the Series of Opinions podcast, episode number 25. We're having a 25th episode extravaganza.
Yay!
I'm KJ.
I'm Faith.
And I'm Moira.
And also happy Easter and happy Passover for those of you who celebrate those holidays, because that's what's happening for you guys right now.
Yay.
We are several weeks away from those holidays.
Yes.
But this episode is going to be coming out on Good Friday, so...
So, yeah, definitely enjoying a long weekend, anyways.
Yeah. Does anyone have any recommendations for this week?
I do not, because where we are right now in recording timeline, we just recorded our last episode just a couple days ago, and as you all know, I've been struggling for recommendations lately because all I've been watching is Supernatural, and it's all that's in my brain and in my heart, so... So I just wanna just recommend Supernatural again, because that's my whole life.
I think between my initial run of recommending Supernatural and Faith's current run of recommending Supernatural, we've surpassed our TCO Obsessed Network recommendations.
I think so.
I think it's the most recommended thing to date.
Oh, I love that.
Moira, how about you?
I'm going to recommend Heartland, because I'm caught up again, because I took a couple weeks off from watching it, but I binge-watched the season 14, the rest of it.
Up to now.
The other day. And it's so good.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job with a hard transition.
They are. They really are. They're doing a good job at it.
Yeah,
at first
really
I was annoyed that they were making me sad every week, but now I'm actually I find some comfort in it because I am still sad, and I think I'd be more upset if they were ignoring the fact that I'm sad.
Very true. Yeah, no. They did a really good job with it, and I'm glad that I'm caught up again.
That's so good. I finished the second season of New Amsterdam.
Oh, I love it.
Yay.
So I love that.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
It was really good. The second season ended a little abruptly for my taste, but that was probably COVID related.
Yeah,
in fact,
for
it was entirely
That's
COVID related.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad that they ended so abruptly, and I'm looking forward to a third season.
Oh, incredible.
Which I think just started airing on TV. I'm not going to watch it on TV because I don't have time, but...
Yes, but it did.
But once it's on Netflix, I'm sure I will binge it all the way through.
Where did you watch it?
It's on Netflix now. The first season.
Okay, amazing.
It just went up on Netflix, like, whenever I started watching it.
Okay, I'm so excited, because I have to catch up.
Literally why I started it, was because I opened Netflix to watch something else, and it yelled at me.
That's amazing. That's a good thing to happen, because it's a great show.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. So good, honestly. Alright, so I thought we would just do a little kind of chatty, interviewee kind of thing, where I would I have some like kind of discussion questions about the podcast so far, and some that are totally not podcast related, and we would just kind of hang out and do our thing like we do when we're just hanging out together.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The first episode that we haven't like written any prep or anything or research, so we're just like... Do it cash this week for our 25th episode special.
Yeah. So I thought we'd start off by talking about like our favorite episodes so far. You know, we've had 24 episodes.
I'm just looking at our list of episodes, trying to decide which one would have been my favorite. I think Hamilton was really, really fun to record.
Yeah, episodes 17 and 18 were really good.
And I really, really enjoyed like 13 through 15, like
Me
where
too.
we
That was really fun.
picked an episode, like our host pick series. That was super fun to do because it was all stuff that we like felt passionate about, and then the other ones didn't know anything about. So I think that contrast was really fun. And then like learning more about what one of us have been like loving forever.
And we're like obsessed with all three of those shows now. I literally
of course.
I literally sat down and I was like telling my roommate, I forgot why, but something like a Money Heist related came up, and I was like, okay, but like listen to how they did it on Money Heist, and like I literally was like recapped all 4 seasons of Money Heist.
Oh my god, that's so
like, I'm
great.
obsessed. It's so good.
It's so
fantastic.
good.
We just spent like 30 minutes before we started recording talking about Supernatural.
Which we will get into more in depth in we're gonna do an episode 27, I guess now, where we kind of update on our thoughts.
Yeah, so we should have an update.
So, but for my birthday, my sister got me I don't know if Moira has gotten to it yet, but KJ definitely
will appreciate it.
She got me a music box that plays Ciao Bella.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I would love
and
that.
it has like all the names carved into the top of it. It's so
I love that. That's
cool.
so cool. Send us pictures
That's
of that,
incredible.
girl.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh,
How do we not have that already?
Oh my god, it's so great. Yeah, I know. Why haven't I sent you guys pictures? I have no idea. But it's just like my prized possession now. So it's just, such a freaking good show. I love that show so much. And then, of course, Supernatural and One Day at a Time.
Yeah,
so yeah,
good.
those episodes were like life changing. That was such a good idea for us to do. But what about you guys? Sorry.
Yeah. I think we should do that again once we actually are almost done with these ones, like watching them. We should do another one of the host picks and start a new series, because that was really fun. And
I have so many more things that I want you guys to watch.
I already have it picked out. Like, I know what we should do.
I'll commit to something that's not 15 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. No,
what did you guys like to record?
I think I'm really particularly fond of... I feel like I had an answer when I wrote that. Wrote this question, but I think I have to agree. Like 13, 14, 15 was really good. 12 is always going to be really special to me as well.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Maybe also like episode 4, which was our very first shipwrecked episode.
Yeah,
it was so good, and like Logan and Veronica just have such a special place in my heart. And yeah, I really liked that one.
Even the musical ones, episode 3 was really good too.
It was really fun.
Yeah, because I felt like we had a lot to say, especially about like the Riverdale ones too. So
absolutely,
that was awesome.
Like looking back at them, I'm like, oh, I like doing this one. That's so interesting. And looking at episode 5, I'm like, we need to do another Let the Women Do the Work, because
we should definitely.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to do one of those like LGBTQ characters, because there's like a lot of good LGBTQ characters that are like in unhealthy relationships that I didn't want to pick for our shipwrecked. Like,
yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like stuff like that. I'm definitely excited to record in the future.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just like I can't believe it's been 25.
Right?
Like,
yeah, that's so exciting.
It happened so quickly.
I know. I know, and it passes so fast. Each, like, you're just doing, like, 1 or 2, usually 1 a week that we record.
Yeah.
But, like, looking back, there's such a big, long list. Like, episode 2 and, like, 1, 2, 3, all those seem, like, so long ago.
Oh, we have so many plans for, like, future episodes, too. So this next question isn't really different, really.
Okay.
But if you have a different answer, what episode are you the most proud of?
I was trying to think here.
Yeah.
I think, most proud of.
I can go first if you want.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Mine is 2. I think episodes 17, 18, the Hamilton episodes, like editing-wise. Because I really struggled with episode 6, and I said we weren't going to play any more like guessing game episodes.
No more games.
And then like we found a way in episode 17 to make it easier to do that. And then like episode 17 ended up being really good, and like I really loved the Hamilton episode. And then probably the episode right after that, episode 19, for my LGBTQ representation speech.
Yes.
That was great.
Yeah, I felt really good.
Yes, that was amazing, for sure.
Absolutely.
I really liked, like, episode 10, I think. Like, the first ever ship where I talked about PETA and Katniss.
Yeah, you had some good things to say.
That was really good.
I am very passionate about the Hunger Games in general. So I think I had some good tangents there, and we had some really good
conversations. And, like, that's definitely going to inspire a future episode on, like, teen stuff.
Yes,
absolutely.
For sure. They're kind of the same. I really liked, Hamilton is really, fun. I like the way it turned out.
Our episodes are really just, like, getting better in terms of quality. The more we do it.
I would agree. Like... For sure. Moira, did any stick out to you?
Well, definitely the one that is, like, kind of happening right now in between, like, at the Women of Marvel was really big for me. I was so excited to do that one.
Yeah, so last week's episode and next week's episode.
I'm very excited, and I'm really glad that we got to do that one. Also, the Shipwrecked too, the LGBTQ plus ones was really, really fun.
That was a really good episode.
I was really proud of that episode.
Is there anything about podcasting that's really surprised you, like, that you weren't expecting?
it's more work than I thought it would be. Like, not...
It's a bigger commitment.
Yeah, yeah. It's, like, not in a complainy way. And even, like, I mean, I might have, like, 3% less work than you guys, because these two gals do the great, amazing editing.
Oh, you do all the Instagram, though.
Yeah,
all
I could never. Graphics and the branding and stuff. But I really appreciate you guys doing that each week. You guys always do such an amazing job. But it's a big commitment for sure.
Yeah, I totally, like, before we started and, like, before, like, we knew, like, how it was gonna go and, like, I thought I would totally be able to handle, like, running the Instagram and stuff like that. There's no way I could do it.
It's a lot. It's a lot
of work. You put so much time into it, honestly.
I do.
It's amazing.
No, like, I run a club, like Instagram page, and every time I look at the one for the podcast, I'm like, oh, it's so much worse. Like, this is so great.
Oh, thank you.
It's so great.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into, like, the graphics and stuff, and
so good.
It is. But
I enjoy it though. It's good. It's good for me to, like, flex my, like, Photoshop skills too, and and stay kind of, like, not get too rusty on Photoshop. Yeah. So and I do enjoy it. Like, it's really satisfying to see all, like, exactly how I kind of sketched it out to be, like, how all the pink and stuff all lines up. That is, I love that.
That's incredible.
When I see, like, it's because a lot of times, like, you know, like, we record the episode and then we edit them, and, you know, sometimes I edit them the week that they come out, sometimes I edit them, like, 2 or 3 weeks before they come out, and then I don't really think about them again. And then I'll be, like, on the Instagram, and I'll Faithful have posted, like, the episode, like, post, or, like, a little, like, extra post, or, like, a hot person of the week, and I'm like, oh my god! And it just makes me so excited. That's, like, the reaction I had, like, with the Logan and Veronica pictures from episode 4. I had it a couple weeks ago, when we talked about mythical biology.
Yeah.
The week that we're recording, the Best Sidekicks episode came out, and the little episode one that was Cass from Supernatural, and I had feels.
So cute.
Which was before I even knew him, so
yeah.
I try to, like, shield my eyes almost when I'm looking for pictures, and especially with Supernatural, I have to be really careful, because I've gotten a couple things spoilery.
I mean,
I try to go quick.
If it's anybody dying on Supernatural, if it's one of the boys, just assume that they're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Never true.
Exactly.
Everyone else assume that they're dead, but the boys, they're good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that I always just assumed that I would be bad at it forever. That I would, like, we'd do the podcast and it's really fun. It's always been fun. But I think something that surprised me is that, like, you can't do something 25 times and not get, like, better at it.
Yeah.
How I feel recording this 25th one compared to how I felt, like, recording the first one is, like, different.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so much more comfortable now and confident with, like, what we're talking about and what I'm talking about and talking with you guys while being recorded. Like, it's just, you can't do something and not get better at it if you do it, like, consistently.
Seriously,
so
yeah. I think that might be mine too, honestly.
Yeah,
it's like how much more comfortable I feel now, and, like, I think the other thing for me is I thought I would never get used to hearing my own voice. The first episode that I edited, I was like, is that what my voice sounds like?
I know.
And everyone's like, yes, that is what your voice sounds like. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's not how I sound to me at all.
Yeah, I know.
Same.
And, like, now I just, like, I don't even really think about it. Sometimes I actually, like, I tune myself out more than, like, I'll be editing. I was like, oh, I just talked for 5 minutes, and I'm not sure if I said anything that needed to be edited. Like, I have to go back. I blanked out.
Yeah.
Which is good, that it doesn't, like, bother you, for sure. Because that's really hard to get used to. Get used to your own voice.
Is there anything that's made it into an episode that you're now embarrassed that you said, looking back?
Well, I don't
listen to every episode.
Yeah, like, who knows?
A whole bunch of times. Yeah, like, to the point of, like, how many times you guys listen to it, because you guys edit them. I'm sure I said stupid stuff at the beginning, at the first few, just trying to either be funny or trying to be, like, sound smart or trying to sound comfortable but not actually comfortable, like, just awkward. I'm trying to think of, like, specific examples.
Yeah, I don't think I have I mean, I have a lot of editing privilege.
Yeah.
Even if Moira, like, does the main part of the editing, I still get a final listen and edit before it gets, like, uploaded.
Exactly.
And, like, if I edit, then obviously I edit the whole thing. So I've definitely had things that Moira let go in, and I was like, no, I'm not. I can't say that on there. I feel like I have to be extra careful because I have a day job, like a full-time job, where I have specific things I'm not really allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
For example, like, I can't endorse political parties in public, so, like, I just, like, things like that I have to be careful about, like, when we talk about, like, police brutality or something like that. Like, sometimes I have to cut things I say because I can't
That's
say
fair.
them. I can't, like, have a public opinion on them, but, like, I don't think I'm usually good. If someone says something that sounds embarrassing, I cut it. But, like, I know I've had things where it's, like, I have to upload this episode in, like, a couple hours. I'm like, oh, I can't believe that I almost let myself say that.
Yeah.
I know. There's certain things, but, like, half them I cut out, or, like, also, like, I'm like, hopefully someone finds it, like, endearing that I was super awkward and, like, said something weird.
Sometimes I think it's funny when we say something that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
exactly.
True. Yeah, I, like, when we get to episode, like, 50 and 100, it'll be, like, oh my god, I can't even listen to our first 10, probably, where we're just babies and trying to figure out how to speak.
Oh, something Same. I think that actually might be a thing that I think we all got embarrassed about was in episode 12, the New Year's episode. We were talking about who the sexiest person of the year was.
Oh my god!
I forgot about that.
I think we all were a little bit like, we need to stop now.
We need to stop talking.
Yeah.
Well, and we couldn't even, like, come up with anyone good. Like, we didn't really even settle on a good answer, even. Or did we?
We had some good ones, but we definitely forgot some people.
Because I remember afterwards just being like, oh my god, we forgot this person, like...
No, we had some good ones.
Was your brain even thinking? But yeah, that was a little bit embarrassing. Just that whole conversation.
That entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stuff. I just try to keep pushing forward and not listen to the old ones.
No desire to re-listen to me speak.
Yeah.
So it's in there.
If there's an episode that I think that I'm going to enjoy listening to, then, like, I'll listen to it on normal speed, but otherwise I listen to our episodes on, like, 2 or 3 times speed.
Yeah, I put them, like, on in the background and, like, lower the volume. Yeah, I turn so I get, like, the listen, but I don't actually have to hear myself.
Yeah. I think the only one that I've listened to once it's come out is episode 6, the, like, guessing one. That was something that I wanted to, like, re-listen to.
I listened to the Hamilton one for sure, and I definitely listened to our Riverdale bonus episode.
Yes, that was a good one. I love, like, ranting about Riverdale. That's so fun. Because you could just go forever.
Honestly.
I mean, it's such a joke, but somehow, everyone keeps watching.
Yep.
Yeah. And it gets so much hype, even though it's such a train wreck sometimes.
What a show.
It's its own.
You can't look away.
You can't look away, no matter how hard you try.
So is there anything that you've really changed your mind about since we started podcasting? Like something you thought you would love or don't, or something you thought you would hate doing but ended up liking, anything like that? I mean, we kind of talked about that a little bit, but just like...
I'm so surprised at how much I like editing. Like, when I'm actually, like, doing it, I'm like,
I'm surprised really too, fun. But you've really taken to it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Like, if I'm actually sitting down to do it with time, I'll sit and do the entire episode at once, because I'm just like, I don't want to do anything else. This is what I want to do.
It has been such a help since you started doing that. Like last week I did 2 in a row, and Moira's doing the next one, so like I don't have any editing I have to do this week.
Wow.
Unless I find some time, but like there's nothing I pressingly have to edit this weekend, like with the remainder of our weekend, which is good because I wouldn't have time to do it anyway, so... it's been so good since Moira started editing. It's been a big help for me to even just like have someone, even if she only does every like 3 or 4, which she does more than that. She almost does every second one now. Like,
yeah, I'm like every second one or so. Like, there's some that I'm like, I've talked too much in this one. I can't listen to my own voice. It has to do it. But I'll do like every second one or so, mostly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I really... I mean, kind of the same same answer as, like, stuff I was surprised about.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I, like, hate or anything. There's nothing that I thought I would hate.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was just really fun. I think, I don't know, it's been consistently fun. I mean, you don't know what to expect when you start, but, like, I didn't know how long it would go, or, like, if we would like it, if we'd have time to even keep going for a long time.
For sure.
But we've gone through, like, 2, like, busy periods, like...
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've survived
putting out episodes every week.
Yeah, for exams.
I'm sure eventually
deadlines.
we will have weeks that we take off, but we haven't taken a week off yet from, like, releasing episodes. Recording-wise, we've taken weeks off.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, like, episodes going up, we haven't missed any, so that's great. So
yeah. This isn't something I thought I was, like, not gonna like, but, like, I think I like working with you guys more than I was expecting. I think I was worried that there might be, like, some friction created. But that has not been the case at all.
No.
Yeah, we have such a
really
good
great.
like structure going now with, like, who does what, and we keep the boat afloat together.
It's really a key to, like, be a little bit ahead so that if someone has to cancel or something, like, it's fine. It's not gonna be an issue. Like,
yeah.
Having the flexibility, I think, is, like, what helps. Because, like, if, like, one of us cancels, like, a recording at the last minute, it's, like, fine. We're not in a panic to, like, reschedule it.
Exactly.
Right away.
Which is really helpful.
If Faith falls asleep, then it's gonna be all right.
Or if KJ has a paper she hasn't written.
Yeah.
No.
We all have stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, for sure. We have enough, like, wiggle room that it's not a panic and we're never, like, stressed about it. Because I think that could put, like, a strain on things, too, if everyone's always stressed all the time. Or if, like...
We all have our own unique stress thresholds that are all, I'd say a little bit higher maybe than the average person.
I would say so.
Yeah.
And definitely do not present our stress the same way.
No.
The way that Faith expresses stress and the way that I express stress are almost opposite of each other.
Like two, absolute ends of the spectrum, for sure.
And I think that the way that I express stress doesn't present the way that, like, people expect stress to look. Like, I almost, like, I get laid back with my stress. I'm like, I'm like, there's no possible way I'm gonna get this done on time, so I'm just not gonna do anything, and I'm not gonna worry too much about it, even though, like, on the inside I'm, like, dying.
Right.
But my outward presentation default is to go, like, this is fine, everything's fine.
Yeah, and your outward self wants to convince your inward self that it's fine.
It's fine.
It's not really fine.
Which is fine if you're the only person stressed, but if you add another person who's stressed into the mix and they're just like, why aren't you stressed? But really, I am stressed. I just...
Yeah.
3 people stressing in different ways could cause a lot of problems, but we have done
not
well
had
so
any.
far.
Yeah, we haven't had any, like, issues or anything. We haven't fought at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
Well, yeah.
My plan for that eventuality is to take the Jared and Jensen route. Apparently, they had one fight in 15 years. They had a big fight. Jared cried. Jensen was like, came and they just, like, looked at her like, this can never happen again. And they just said, we're not fighting anymore, ever.
Oh my god.
Aww. And, like,
my heart just, like, melted into a puddle just now. I
love that.
Just picturing that in my mind.
Supernatural fans, tell me if that story's true. That's the story I've heard. I've heard it multiple times. Tell me if it's true. I need it to be true. God. Even if it's not true, that's the model I plan.
Just tell me it's true.
Yes, it's true. We've decided.
I'm sure we'll have one fight about something eventually, and yeah. I'm pledging to you right now that my reaction to that fight is going to be like, okay, I'm less mad now. This is not... being mad isn't going to fix anything. We're never doing this fight again.
Yeah, and I think it's good in that way that there's, like, 3 of us, because even if, like, 2 of us have, like, a thing, it, like, we have to keep going for the 3rd one. So we have to make up no matter what.
Plus, we've just been friends for so long, like...
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, what are we gonna do that...
Literally.
Like, I mean, we know each other so well, and we've gotten through so much, the 3 of us, in high school, that, like... What could possibly happen?
Like, at this point, like, we're just stuck with each other forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations,
you're,
guys.
Like, 7 or 8 years old, so, like...
Yeah. So, yeah, chances are it's probably going to be all right. We'll probably get over it.
If we were going to fight about it, we already have.
Exactly. Exactly. What was even the question?
I forgot.
Something that we changed our minds about, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, it doesn't matter.
The question.
Yeah. I just forgot where we even
we're
at.
What we were talking about.
Yeah.
That was the plan for this episode, was just to chill.
Yes. Good cash chat. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. I mean, if you would have said to, like, the beginning, like, first episode phase that you'd be talking without any notes whatsoever, I would have, like, panicked. And
I literally was like, guys, don't do any notes this week. I'll come with some, like, questions to keep the conversation moving, but we're not doing notes this week.
Part of me was like, I don't know if I can do it and do it well. I don't know how it's going to go, but no,
this is just how we hang out when we're not recording.
No, like. Exactly.
I was like, if it was anyone else, it would be weird, except I'd literally talk to these people like this all the time, so it's fine.
Exactly. Exactly. Which is what is kind of fun about the pod is because, like, we kind of, like, warm up a lot of the time for, like, 15, 20...
Yeah, sometimes
half an hour beforehand and just, like, chat about stuff. And then just turn on the pod and it's like, no different.
Ready to go, yeah.
Exactly,
we just try and focus a little bit more closely.
Exactly, yeah. We just have a little bit more of a plan.
So what is the thing so far on the pod that's made you laugh the most?
Well, there was something... But you said, KJ, and it made me laugh so much. Oh, what was that?
Not to brag, but I really do feel like sometimes I say stuff just to make you guys laugh.
You have some good moments. Oh, I wish I could remember. Oh my gosh. KJ's got some good... She's had some good moments for sure that's made me laugh.
Mine might be a bit of a split. I think it's going to be in episode 26. That's coming out next week. I don't want to split, but I came up with a really good TV show idea in the Marvel episode, and I made Lila and Moira and I almost died laughing. It was so good.
Oh my gosh.
But I think one of my other ones is in episode 2. Which is a big throwback. In episode 2, we were talking about Taylor Swift.
Oh my goodness.
And we were talking about Corey's eyes and his smile.
Yeah.
I still need Taylor Swift to explain that metaphor to me. And honestly...
I know, it made me laugh so much that I made a graphic about it.
It was so funny.
That's always going to be a classic.
Yeah.
Corey's eyes are like a jungle. And it smiles like a radio. What does that mean?
Taylor?
What does that mean?
I need to know.
Honestly.
Because especially, like, her newer music, well, I mean, all of her music, but, like, Folklore and Evermore, so, like, eloquent, they're so deep, and they're so beautiful.
Like, good metaphors, and, like, this one just isn't it.
Yeah. Yeah, what does that even mean? That was a good one for sure. I think a lot of our Hamilton, like...
Yeah.
Just my absolute, like, my brain just short-circuited in a lot of the lyric ones in Hamilton.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, and I just...
That was really funny. That was making me laugh while I was editing. It was really good.
Yeah, it was funny. Kind of embarrassing. Because, I mean, like, I forgot... oh my god, I forgot what I forgot. But was it in Schuyler Sisters?
Yeah, there was a Schuyler Sister lyric, and you guys could not get it.
Like,
oh my god.
I think it was...
Oldest and the wittiest?
Yeah.
Oh my god, why? I couldn't remember oldest. That's so... Oh my god. I remember laughing at that. Because I'm so embarrassed. Because how could... I mean, it's just so embarrassing. I mean...
No, like,
I love it. I love it. I love that song and them so much that it's just...
Same.
I think Mythical Biology was also really funny.
Yes, it was funny for sure.
It wasn't funny all the way through. Like, there were parts that were less funny, but I think that there were some really funny parts when we talked about, like, especially Twilight. Like,
yeah.
Very true.
In particular, I think that we had some funny things to say, and not just in, like, the, like, reproductive section, but I think in, like, what they eat. Like, honestly, I think we just, like, went off for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
It's
Twilight,
an easy thing. Exactly. It's an easy thing to kind of poke fun at a little bit.
Maybe again our Riverdale bonus episode, just because it was like, it was so funny it had to be its own episode. We took it out of episode 9 and made a whole separate episode about it.
Yeah,
literally
just the Riverdale parts of episode 9.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. But I definitely think episode 2 is probably, like, where I laughed, like, the hardest.
Yeah,
like,
that one really sticks out for sure.
Corey's eyes.
That was kind of the moment where we're like, yeah, okay, we can do this. This is fun, really, really fun, and we're making a podcast, and we're having a good time.
Yeah, no. Like, nothing specific stands out, but, like, after we record these, I'm always in such a much better mood because we just sit here and laugh at things. And it's really fun.
It's really, really fun.
After we recorded episode 24 and 26, like, we talked for 3 hours, and I think we talked to Lila for another, like, half an hour after we stopped recording. Like, we just went off for a little bit.
I can't wait to have Lila back.
Yes, honestly.
Me too.
We have to have her back for, like, maybe a music-related one or something.
Yeah.
One that I can participate a little bit more.
We literally told her that, like, you're just going to be sharing, like, our upcoming topics, and she can pick and choose if there's anything she feels passionate about. She's welcome back whenever she wants.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad, because she is great.
Yeah, we loved her.
So, yay!
So, if you could redo one of the episodes, one of the first 24 episodes, what's one that you'd have a chance to re-record, if any, and, you know, tell us why?
The first one that comes to mind, like, it did really well, but, like, I remember at the time not really being all that happy with the Heartland episode. Like, I don't know if it was just, like, my personal energy. I remember we had to stop and come back to it because we talked for so long.
Yeah,
I think my energy was just really low.
We started recording in the middle of the day since we recorded that one.
Yes. Which works out a lot better. Yeah, we used to record, like, later at night, and we used to, like, start at 9 sometimes.
Yeah.
So...
sorry, friends.
Yeah, sorry about that. But I feel like I could have did probably a better job in episode 7.
I actually agree. Episode 7, A and B are both... I really like some of the stuff that we said. But in terms
I'm glad
of, like,
we did it, too. Like, it was a good idea.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think we just weren't focused. I think if we do more spotlights, like, I think we have to focus them a bit more and not talk about the entire show.
Yeah. We took a lot on with that one.
Yeah,
we started with the 13 season one.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. For me, I think the episode 8, actually, the Dumb Boy Hero one, I barely said anything. Just, like, I was still getting into this and was still very shy with this, and so I didn't say much. And and I have things to say, I just never did. And
we had Marathon, and her tech wasn't working good. And it was like, I think we'd already had to reschedule it twice. Like,
like that was like the day after I moved in, like, for school, and like we were all. It's September, so it was a disaster.
We didn't record for like 4 weeks after that.
Lots of stuff happening. And
there's a lot.
Even, like, our regular, like, vibe was kind of thrown off because it was, like, our first guest episode. So, like, we probably we weren't as comfortable, maybe. Obviously, we weren't as comfortable, like, recording in general, too.
It's very early.
So, just a bunch of stuff, for sure.
Yeah. I agree with both of those. I'd also like to nominate episodes 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Just because they're long. Literally, I'd like to re-record them in a more, like, concise way or split them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Or something. I think episode 2 was really fun, and, like I said, it was one of the things that made me laugh the most. But, like, that was, I think, during, like, the Love It or Lose It section. And it wasn't, like, I think that, like, if we re-record it now, the whole episode would be, like, a much funnier.
Yeah.
And then episode 3, partially because it's episode 3 is the longest episode we've had to date. It's almost 2 hours.
Wow.
It is an hour and 53 minutes. It's really long. Fair. And also, we totally missed the Supernatural musical. Which, on one hand, I'm glad that you guys don't have spoiled for you.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I wish I'd had a chance to talk about it. So, those would be it for me.
Well, even episode 1, maybe someday we should kind of redo, because I feel like it's not... Obviously, it's not... I don't know. We just weren't as good as we are now at it. Not saying that I'm, like, the best podcaster that ever was. I mean, obviously. But I think improved so much, and I think we could have brought a lot more to the table if we were to redo that episode.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
and make it maybe a little bit more interesting even. Like, not so...
Yeah.
I mean, for the first ever episode, I wrote my notes down in a notebook.
Yeah.
Which was really dumb. I don't know why I did that. Now I do them on, like, on a Google Doc.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
In kind of point form. But, yeah, we weren't comfortable yet, and
yeah.
someday we might have to kind of redo that a little bit. Maybe redo it for, like, episode 100 or something.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you want to stick with me for, like, 2 more years.
Oh, absolutely.
So I have a couple, like, not super podcasty ones before we get back into, like, podcasty stuff. These are such KJ questions. You guys are gonna laugh at my questions.
Oh, goodness.
So my first one is, what's the best and worst ways to organize a bookshelf, in your opinion?
Oh my god.
I was on Pinterest this morning, and I saw a bookshelf, and I was just immediately enraged.
Oh, goodness.
I hate, more than anything in the world, bookshelves that are organized by color.
Oh.
They look good in photos.
True.
How do you find anything?
True.
Yeah.
How can you split up book series? Just because the covers are different colors?
That
would hurt my soul.
That's upsetting.
How dare you? I like to keep my series together.
Mm-hmm.
If I have multiple series by the same author, I will keep all those together. Size, I'll organize my books by size.
Yeah.
To make them look aesthetically pleasing. That makes it look aesthetically pleasing, and then your books aren't just, like, willy-nilly everywhere. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the first thing that popped into my mind when you said that was color, but as soon as you started, like, harping on it, I'm like, no, that's right. You're right. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Because that was the first thing that came into my mind was, like, a colorful bookshelf. But, I mean, yeah, you can't split up series. That is absolutely
against
upsetting.
the rules.
And all the different sizes in my head, when I think about, like, a rainbow bookshelf, it just is upsetting. So.
Yeah, I saw, like, a white bookshelf, and it was, like, a red shelf, and a green shelf, and a blue shelf, and I was like...
How would you find anything when you're looking for it? No, that would be stressful.
I do size as well.
Yeah.
Because all the books in a series are all going to be the same size. So you do, like, largest to smallest.
I don't have a bookshelf here right now.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my books in cardboard boxes.
Oh.
It's lovely.
I keep them in FabFitFun boxes, so at least the boxes are fun.
Right.
There we go.
But I don't have space for a bookshelf right now.
Fair.
But I'm going to be moving in a couple months, and I'm going to be moving to a bigger space. And I'm really looking forward to getting a bookshelf.
Yeah. My bookshelf at my parents' house is, like, hardcovers are organized by size, and then on a different shelf, like, paperbacks are organized by size.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very difficult time because I have half of the Percy Jackson series in hardcover and half in, like, paperback. And it was a stressful experience. So they're on the bottom, like, miscellaneous shelf where nothing else fits.
I have that issue, too. I have multiple small bookshelves at my parents'. Like, I have a headboard with 2 shelves, but, like, hardcover books sometimes don't fit on the top one because the shelf is too short.
Yeah.
And then, like, I have my big bookshelf, but it only has 1 shelf, so it can fit, like, all the really big books.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have small books, then, like, you're wasting a lot of bookshelf real estate. And yeah, my books are just kind of spread out. I'm looking forward to getting a big bookshelf and keeping all my books in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I can actually read them. I really wanted to read a book yesterday, like a particular chapter from a particular book, and I went, damn it, I took that home.
Yeah,
that traveled one direction and did not travel back in this direction.
That's such a you urge to have. Never in my life have I had an urge to read one chapter from a particular book.
I was in the shower and I remembered a scene from a book, and the scene didn't make it into the movie.
Right.
And I wanted to relive it a little bit.
Right.
That's fair. No. Like, if I don't have a bookshelf, like, I don't have bookshelves in, like, where I'm at school. And so, like, I stack them from, like, biggest to smallest on top of each other on
that
top things.
Happens for me, too.
Where I have to do it. Because I have no shelf space, but...
Being a student sucks. You somehow have no shelf space, even though it's literally the only thing that you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite fast food place and your typical order if you have one?
Ooh.
Goodness.
I tried to think of things I wouldn't actually, like, know off the top of my head about either of you.
Well...
There will be no judgment either for anyone's choices. Just for the record.
Well, I have, something that came to mind was my favorite, like, restaurant order.
Yeah.
As far as fast food is as trashy as it will be, I I think McDonald's probably is my go-to.
Yeah.
Like, and I would get a McDouble meal with a large Diet Coke with no ice, and on the burger only lettuce and mayo and cheese.
That's so nice. I still cannot believe I didn't know this whole time that you like mayo.
What do you... do you not?
Literally, I think I found that out in the New Year's episode when I was learning so much about you guys. I think that might be my favorite thing with the New Year's episode, is how much I didn't know you guys, even though we've been friends for, like, years.
Our whole lives,
Whole lives, you know.
But as far as, like, like, if I could have anything right now, I would have chicken salad wrap from Scores.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I haven't been with Scores in a long time. Does Scores even still exist?
Yeah.
I think it technically does, but, like, all the ones in, like, Canada and kind of closer to us, kind of, like, they all closed down.
Yeah.
I haven't been to one in a long time, but, and their gravy, I would friggin' die for that right now. But that's what comes to mind of, like, if it's just, like, fast food, my go-to, that McDonald's order would be my go-to, but if I could have anything right now, that would be amazing.
Incredible. For me, like, I order pizza once a week, minimum. Like, I'm
amazing
all the time. Like,
what's your pizza order?
And from
pepperoni
where?
pizza, or, like, any, like, kind of meat on pizza. I don't like vegetables on pizza. I think it's wrong.
Ooh.
Hot take.
And, like, what's your...
disagree.
Me too. What's your favorite, like, pizza place?
I have anxiety about calling people. I only have Domino's because they do the online order.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it works. Weirdly enough, I always crave DQ chicken fingers and fries.
I hate the chicken fingers from DQ. I hate them.
They're so gross, and they make me feel sick after I eat them, but I crave them all of the time. I'm like, this is rude.
I think they're really good. I think the fries
maybe
and
I just didn't
really
have
good.
them on a good day, but like one time I ordered them and I was starving, and then my order got lost on its way over. And so I had to start all over. It was another like half hour, 45 minutes on top of it already. I could have made dinner faster, and then I got them, and I was just like, I don't even want these anymore, and they weren't that good.
They were never gonna live up to what you what you were
after
wanting.
waiting an hour and a half for them. No.
Yeah.
I think my go-to is either like Wendy's or DQ. I love the flamethrower burger at DQ. It's really good. And then like I'm just like fine to go like Blizzard of the Month, whatever the Blizzard of the Month is. Except for whatever fucking month is cotton candy. I cannot stand the cotton candy Blizzard.
It's so awful. Oh my gosh.
It's just sugar, and it's like hard sugar in a Blizzard.
It's so bad.
It's not good.
Oh, goodness.
It's so bad. It's so terrible. Hard agree. Oh my gosh. I mean, how can you mess up ice cream that badly? It's so bad.
Who knows?
So the flamethrower from DQ. And then like Wendy's would be like just like the regular, the Dave's like double or single with fries and a drink. Always order down a size of what you think your drink should be at Wendy's. The drinks are so large.
Oh my gosh.
They're so large.
When I've had a rough day, a large Diet Coke with no ice from Wendy's, wow, that'll perk me up in a hot minute.
But if I could have any like fast food, I think we don't have one here, which is why it's not like my go-to. Mucho burrito. It's so good. It's like Subway, but burritos.
Incredible.
That sounds really good.
I always have a little bit of anxiety when I go because of the ordering. It's like Subway, where I have to tell them what you want on it. So that always gets... I order the same thing at Subway every time, so I don't experience that at Subway anymore.
Right.
Exactly.
Subway should have drive-thrus, honestly. I mean, like, get with the times, but alright. that's a different topic. But yeah.
Mucho burrito is so good. My dad loves it, and like, if we go without him, we're super mean children. Like, we'll send him a picture of our burrito. And
oh, wow.
Sometimes my brother and his girlfriend will go to the city, and like they'll bring him back a Mucho burrito.
Oh, incredible.
So good.
Yeah, as far as like pizza goes, I'm just thinking about pizza now.
Yeah, let's talk about pizza a bit.
Pineapple on pizza?
Oh, I like
hate it.
I like it, but not with pepperoni. Like, I want ham.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't mind it with ham. I would have it, like, just pineapple and nothing else. Like, and cheese, obviously, but I
actually agree.
It's so great.
I find it like a really refreshing thing to have on pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it. That's my
I'm
favorite.
I'm on board.
Favorite pizza topping for sure.
Incredible.
So all the people that hate pineapple on pizza, don't come for us. We're not trying to start anything. We're just expressing
it's just too bad. If you don't like it, that's okay. But if you say it's awful and you've never had it, then you're just a boring person.
Yeah, it's okay to not like it.
Expand your horizons. Yeah, it's okay to not like it, but it's not okay to have never tried it and say that it's not legal. Or
to come for me every time I order it. I'm not forcing you to eat it.
Yeah,
I will order a separate pizza for myself. One of my roommates is vegetarian and one is lactose intolerant, and then the other one doesn't like pineapple. So like I usually order with the one that can eat both cheese and meat. And we'll share like a regular like, you know, pepperoni, peppers, mushrooms type pizza. And then the other two have to order their own pizzas because it's just it's not happening.
Lovely.
What's your favorite like pizza place? I think that Pizza Hut probably like takes the cake for me. I wish that we had one like near where we're at because so good.
That would be great.
Here we have a Topper's pizza and it's really good.
Oh, I love it.
And we also have a Greco's pizza right here. I don't know if that's a chain or not. I'm pretty sure it's a chain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty good, but it's expensive, so we don't order from there because we're broke.
Right. Yeah.
Listen to this podcast. We need the money so we can have pizza.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I have a story. So, like, back when we were in high school, Morgan and I decided that we wanted Pizza Hut at like 10:30 in the morning. And we're like, you know what? We have spare, like, right after this.
Do you guys drive?
We tried to drive to go eat it, but it wasn't gonna be, like, we wouldn't be able to be back in time because it didn't open till 11.
Oh.
So we're like, we can't even order ahead and have it ready before we have to be back for school. And we were very offended. So we got, like, halfway there and got to, like, halfway. And
that's so sad.
It was so upsetting. But I'm like, just one day at 10:30 in the morning, we decided, we want Pizza Hut right now.
It's a 45-minute drive to the nearest Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
It
was, we're like, we need it.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I friggin' love Pizza Hut. I feel like Domino's will do, but it's not.
It's not my first choice.
Not the best.
Yeah, out of everything, it's probably like one of my least favorite places, but it will do if, you need if I want pizza and I'm not feeling like calling. Like Moira said, they've got a great app situation
all the time from Domino's between the end of school and the beginning of band practice. Like Domino's was a staple.
Literally, like every week we had pizza. That's great.
Yeah, they really sweep up the student population because they're like good prices and like easy to order and stuff. So, and like pretty close to the schools around here too.
Yeah, if you actually want to go in and get pizza, it's really close.
Yeah, and they're like probably a lot cheaper than a lot of like the family run pizza shops that we have around. But as far as like quality goes, I don't love it.
It's not it.
It's not. No, it's definitely like if I had a choice of like Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, like all of those.
Oh yeah,
I definitely wouldn't choose Domino's.
No.
All right, so back to podcast related things.
Okay.
Okay.
What's something you're really looking forward to someday doing on the podcast or in the podcasting world? Like an episode or a topic or someone you're excited to have on?
Well, I was looking forward to having Lila on for a long time. I knew that she would be great, and I knew that you guys would get along so well. But we already did that now.
Yeah, we just did it. And it was amazing. It lived up to expectation.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'd like to someday have someone that we look up to in the podcasting world. I mean, I don't want to shoot for the stars and say like Patrick Hines.
But Patrick Hines, right?
But Patrick Hines someday.
I think Ellen would be a really good addition to this podcast.
Oh my god, and I feel like she would. Like, Patrick is like pretty busy. I mean, not that Ellen's not busy, but Ellen is so... I feel like she might someday. Like, if we get big enough, she might.
Or if we go on the cruise.
We are going on the OWD cruise.
Wait, did you play trivia this month?
No, I didn't. Wait. Oh my god, I missed it.
You didn't? You weren't
What
there.
the heck? I missed it.
There was 10 rounds this month, right? And on round 6, I was number 3 in the overall.
Oh my god.
And then I started bombing and I ended up 56th.
Oh.
Which is still
amazing, though. That's still amazing.
So but I was number 3 for a while.
I can't believe that I missed it this month.
I didn't see you there at all. I was looking for you.
The last couple days, I've been, like, on another planet. I mean, I've been, oh my...
I missed Friday Night Live, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" But trivia's tonight.
I knew I missed Friday Night Live because I set a reminder on my phone so I don't forget. I was like, I'm like half dead. I'm not even gonna.
It was already 6:30 by the time I remembered.
Yeah.
I delayed my shower 3 times on Friday. Like I was about to go shower when Lila was like good to go, and then we recorded for 3 hours. Then I was like, okay, like. I'll just finish up what I was doing before we recorded. And then, like, I didn't even shower till yesterday. Like, it just didn't happen on Friday at all.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm so sad I missed it, but what are we talking about? What was
Oh, yeah, the question was something you're looking forward to doing in the podcasting world. That's how we got on the topic of Ellen.
Oh, yeah, Ellen. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, drive this back onto the road here. Yeah. Definitely Ellen. Oh my god, she's great. And she's answered my DMs a couple times.
Oh, she's so good about that.
She's so great. Incredible. Oh my god. I love talking about, like, Money Heist and stuff. I'd really like for Moira to finish it so, like, we can, like, do a big rant about, like, the last season specifically.
Yes.
So angry. I saw a TikTok the other day that spoiled people's deaths, and I was like, no! I was so angry. And I'm like, I'm not done.
Not to, like, make you dwell on the spoiler, but why'd you get spoiled? What do you know?
This spoiler was redacted for being too spoilery.
No, that was one I was trying so hard to not spoil. If you re-listen to my host picks episode, I specifically word things to try to be not spoilery, especially about her, because I talk about how much I love her, and then, like, in the Lose It, I'm like, I don't like what happens to her in the last season.
Let the Women Do the Work episode 2 was the same thing.
Yes. Yeah, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of that I'm like...
tiptoe around it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I actually went through a grieving period. Like, wow.
Fair.
That destroyed
That's how I
me.
felt about Veronica Mars. Thankfully, there was no more episodes after the big death on Veronica Mars, because I literally would not have been able to continue watching.
Fair.
Like, if there'd been another episode after that, I would have just been like, I can't. It would have taken me weeks. It was weeks before I could even watch another show. Like, I couldn't start anything new to get over it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get that a lot when I finish shows, but, like, it's more when I'm not satisfied with how the show ended.
Yeah. That's fair.
And it's hard because at the time of that death in Money Heist, like, oh my god, I have so many things to say, but I don't want to spoil things. I don't know. It's just, she goes through so much, and it's just like...
That's so mean.
It's so awful. Oh my god.
Yeah,
no.
We're sorry that got spoiled for you, Moira. That's unfortunate.
I
was
so mad. And, like... I just want to, like, do my prep for, like, the host picked updates so that I can binge watch.
Yes.
Because I have not watched Money Heist for, like, a couple weeks because I'm too lazy to do my, like, season 1 prep of it. But I'm, like, waiting. I want to watch it so bad.
This week is your week, girl.
I know.
That's the next thing we're recording, so.
I know. I'm running out of time, so just finish it. I should just...
I have to go back and, like, separate out season 1 from...
I know, right? It was so hard. I had to, like, Google clips from... or YouTube clips from season 1 to, like, remember what was even...
in
like, what 1. Was specifically, like, what happens and where it ends kind of thing, but... What about you guys about what things you want to record and stuff? Because we shouldn't talk about spoilers the whole episode. Because you'll probably have to cut some of that stuff. Yeah. It's super specifically spoilery, but yeah, what do you guys think?
I think, for me, I want to do a whole nother podcast when I'm done school.
Right.
Yeah.
Which obviously you guys would be prominently featured on. So I'm excited to do that. I do a Supernatural specific podcast so that we don't spend every episode talking about Supernatural. On this podcast, we have an outlet for that. I think I want to do an episode on, like, fan fiction. And I'd be really excited to do that. And then I think I agree with Faith. Like, I'd be excited to have, like, more guests on and, like, other, like, guests that are, like, people that are, like, more successful than us.
And that we like,
or we
I don't know, like a lot and like have listened to, and that'll be really cool to
I'd like to do that someday.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Also live from the OWD cruise.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's kind of how we got derailed in the first place, was the whole cruise situation. But yeah, when that happens, I can't, like, absolutely. I mean, take every cent that I've ever made. Like, throw my money at you, because it's going to be amazing.
I'm going to start saving up my vacation time now.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
Not really, because I'm not really entitled to any vacation time for several more months, but...
It'll be a long time anyways, you're good.
Yeah.
It'll be a while yet.
Yeah, we have to cure this global pandemic first.
Yeah, that's first on the to-do list.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cure global pandemic, second on the list.
So.
Okay, so first, cure global pandemic. Second on the checklist is get KJ a passport, and then third, attend OWD cruise.
Yep.
Exactly.
Moira, you can come, but you have to binge OWD.
Yes.
That's a lot of commitment, but like...
It's really not that much.
So it's
good.
really not. It'll improve your life.
Every time you're having a shower or washing dishes for the next couple months, like, that's just what you're listening to now.
Okay.
So funny. It's so funny. Because technically it's like sad subjects, but they're so funny. They're great.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm gonna be super honest. I don't really know what I want to do next. Like, the Women of Marvel was like a big thing that I was
that was the goal that Moira was.
That was a big goal for me, so I just accomplished it, so now I have to find a new goal.
Yeah, I hope that people like the conclusion coming up next week to that, because it's really good.
For sure, I'm very excited. But yeah,
that's all good things to be looking forward to.
Yeah,
I hope that, maybe I should make mine a little bit more like this podcast specific, because it's not that I'm not in a rush to get rid of this podcast anytime soon. I love this podcast so much. I'm just really excited to talk about something that I'm so passionate about.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just passionate about every week of this podcast, but it's like, there's too much of Supernatural to fit into one episode.
Yeah,
and I have so much to say, and you guys are watching it now, and as you're watching it, I feel like I'm really
I know, and it's bleeding into my life now, so it's great. Yeah. Soon I'll be nothing but Supernatural. My whole heart will just be...
It's fine. You have an open spot to be a guest on any episode of mine that you want.
Definitely. Definitely.
When you watch an episode and you think this is really good, seriously text me. I'll put you down on the list.
Okay.
But no, I am really excited to I really want to do an episode on fanfiction in particular.
That would be really fun.
The existence of fanfiction and like how it affects storytelling and the type of storytelling in fanfiction. I'm really excited to do something about that.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
And we have some like shipping episodes that I'm excited to do. I have some controversial ships that I want to argue.
And we wanted to do like a music one too.
Yeah.
A music episode of like music we like and what it means to us, and like music we like, artists we like and don't like. So that would be a fun one to do too.
Yeah.
In the pretty near future.
That would definitely be really fun.
For sure, yeah. So I'm just looking forward to the fact that, like, in another 25 episodes we can do some more reflecting back, or do something else fun.
I think this is really fun too, like the milestone ones too. Yeah. I'm really excited for continuing like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and hitting more milestones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all I had. If you guys have anything else you wanted to say about this week, anything else that you guys wanted to talk about?
Well, Big Brother Canada came back, so I'm loving that. I know I mentioned that just last episode at the beginning. There's that, and you guys should watch it for sure, because it's such a great show. I'm super passionate about Big Brother Canada specifically. I think it's so well done, and it's so much better than, like, the Big Brother, like, US version, which is, like, I'm super proud of that, because a lot of the times, like, if Canada does, like, a US show spin-off, like, version, it's usually not, like, as good or as popular, but I love the Canadian version, like, 10 times more than the US version, so I'm just super passionate about that. It's so great.
I'm so glad that's back for you.
Yes, it's been amazing. Yeah, and I'm on season 4 of Supernatural. We won't talk about that too much, because, like KJ said, we talk about it a lot, but that's where I'm at.
At the time of recording, Grey's Anatomy is going to be back this week.
Yes,
finally.
It's super exciting.
Been on hold for 3 months. Meredith Grey's life is in the balance. I'm excited to have answers about that and a bunch of other storylines that are happening in the show right now. So
for sure.
What else are you guys watching just like regularly? Is there anything on TV right now that you guys are watching?
I'm watching The Rookie and Magnum PI. Like as they're coming out. I've watched all of The Rookie, but I haven't seen all of Magnum because I can't find the seasons that I missed. But like basic concept is pretty easy, and I enjoy both of those a lot. The most recent episode of The Rookie that just came out, it's a true crime thing, and it makes no sense.
I saw a commercial for that. I saw a commercial.
Where did this come from? What is it?
I need details.
It's like trying to be a true crime documentary.
Yeah, it's literally like the filming of a true crime documentary.
Okay.
Where like the cops on The Rookie, like the characters are like the experts almost.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
And it's like about like
interesting
TV star that didn't like was a cult. I thought it was very funny that they cast Frankie Muniz to play that character.
That's
who was like Agent Cody Banks and stuff as a kid. I was like, that's very funny. But, like, there was so many plot holes, and they put one of the characters who's, like, super into undercover stuff, and, like, her whole storyline about undercover stuff, and now they're putting her in this movie to be, like, talking about true crime. I'm like, what a plot hole.
Yeah.
What is this?
That is not how you maintain the safety of your officers.
No. And, like, she's so good about it all the time, and then they just throw this episode in. I'm like, I get that you wanted to do a true crime thing because that's very popular right now, but make it consistent, please.
Yeah, I remember seeing a commercial for that and being like, well, that doesn't really make sense. I don't know if I like that, but obviously I don't watch the show, so I didn't know. But yeah.
Every review that I saw for that as I was watching, I was like, what's happening? So I looked at reviews and was like, this was awful. What happened? Where is this? Because it's generally a really good show. So I was disappointed.
That is disappointing.
But yeah, I'm hoping that they redeem themselves next week and it just goes back.
For me, for things that are currently on, Last Week Tonight is back on.
Yeah.
So that is usually like my Monday morning before work. And then obviously WandaVision just finished.
Yeah.
But I was watching that, and in a couple weeks when Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts, that'll be my replacement for that. Riverdale is on right now.
I haven't gotten myself to start that yet. I'm afraid.
I assumed that I assumed you would have texted me already if you'd gotten to it. Obviously, Grey's Anatomy's gonna be coming back on. Obviously, like, we talked about Heartland already. The season's been so good. Snowpiercer Season 2 is on, and it's, like, 1 episode on Netflix every week. So I've been watching that when it comes out. It comes out on Tuesdays, usually. Sometimes I don't get to it on Tuesday, but I am watching it when I have time. And it's been really good. It has continued to be good.
If one of you doesn't start watching Big Sky, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's so good.
I need a couple more months to get my life back into some semblance of time managed.
Hopefully by then it'll be on something. I feel like I googled it and I think it's on the American Amazon Prime, but I don't think it's on the Canadian one. That might not even be correct. I feel like I went to look. I went to look to see where it could be watched because I had been like yelling at you guys about it for so many weeks. But oh my god, it's so good. Like, so surprisingly good. It's so amazing. But yeah,
and then I've been binging on and off Sons of Anarchy. I'd take a little break because it got to be a lot and all my favorite characters died in a
that is a lot.
Period of time. I mean, not all of them, but enough of them that I was upset about it.
Right, of course.
And then I just finished New Amsterdam, and I'm watching 911 because Moira and Faith gave us a super good endorsement. So good. So yeah, that's been it, which is a lot. That's
I was gonna say, is that all?
That's it.
Yeah, that's great.
That's how I split my time up and stuff, so.
I'm going to say you guys should watch Gilmore Girls.
Yes.
Because that's on the list somewhere. Plus, I need more Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Oh my gosh.
all these young actors who we love in other things together, and just please watch it so I can talk about it with someone.
Milo Ventimiglia and everybody.
Jared. Little baby Jared.
Apparently the girl who plays Paris is in How to Get Away with Murder. I just saw a clip of that.
Oh,
she was like a lawyer in one of it.
It's Bonnie, I think.
Oh,
is she in Gilmore Girls? Is that correct?
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google
what
it.
Character she is?
Yeah, Google it.
Paris in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Why do I know that she was on?
I cannot remember her real name for a second.
Yes, it was
Liz
Bonnie.
Vale.
She is Bonnie, and her real name is Liza Whale. Is that how you say it? Whale?
Something like that.
Whale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's Bonnie on How to Get Away with Murder, which KJ still needs to catch up on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm behind on that and This Is Us, and I hate myself for both of those.
I'm behind on This Is Us, too. I don't know why. I think just This Is Us is so emotionally taxing that you need to be, like, in a very specific place to watch it.
I used to just be able to watch it every week. It didn't really matter what was going on with me. Like, I was like, it's Tuesday, so This Is Us night. Like, it was part of my routine. But, like, as soon as I got to a point where I was stressed, I was like, I'll catch up on this, and I just never did.
That's fair.
I know.
I just
it's hard once you get
really
behind.
Because I know it's so good. But I'm not as worried, because I know that it's renewed for 6 seasons, and that they only want it to go for 6 seasons.
Yeah.
So I don't, you know, it's already renewed up to the point where, like, it's not like if you don't watch it, it's gonna get canceled before
exactly. There's an end in sight, and they know how they want it to end,
and they're already on like season 5, so
Oh, lovely.
But I started to get caught up. I had started it from the beginning, and I got through the whole like first season, and then I started watching something else instead. I think that might have been when I started Supernatural like from the beginning, and I did my full Supernatural
restarted
all the way to the end. I'm really looking forward to when you guys get to, like, the really late seasons of Supernatural that I've only watched one time. I'm sure I'll watch it again sometime around, but...
Yeah, for sure. But you should catch up on How to Get Away with Murder anyways, because they end it so well.
I'm looking forward to doing that eventually. I just haven't.
I remember having mixed feelings at the time about how they ended it, but looking back, think I'm happy with it.
The thing that happened to me with How to Get Away with Murder is that I got behind, and I did the full series binge from the beginning to catch up, and then it came back on, and then I couldn't keep up with it week to week, so I just didn't.
Right.
That's fair.
I binged 5 seasons in, like, a couple of weeks, and then it came back on.
That's fair.
And I, like, just didn't, and... Also, it was on after Grey's Anatomy, and we know I have issues with shows that are on immediately after Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
I specifically, with How to Get Away with Murder in particular, I remember after season 14, the premiere of season 14 of Grey's Anatomy, where we find out about Amelia's brain tumor. I was like, I'm supposed to watch How to Get Away with Murder now, but I can't. My brain is on Amelia and her brain tumor.
That is absolutely fair.
And I just can't do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Just gonna bring up, like, what podcasts we've been listening to. I know, Moira, you're not, like, super into podcasts, right?
No.
But I've been binging Let's Go to Court, which KJ has recommended. That's why I don't, like, mention it week to week. I try not to talk about it, but I just wanted to appreciate them because I've been listening from the beginning.
Really good.
They're great. I love them.
I'm so slow at getting through podcasts because of the way in which I do it. Some of the ones I'm listening to right now are, like, I listen to Consider This from NPR. It used to be called Coronavirus Daily, and it was like Coronavirus Updates. But, like, now it's like it's called Consider This, and it's like 10 to 15 minutes usually every day of like what's going on, and sometimes it is COVID related, and sometimes it's not. It's just like what's going on, and they talk to different people, and so I really like that. It's like a little short, like daily one. Yeah, and then obviously I listen to like all the Obsessed Network podcasts every week, of course. And then I'm going through the backlog on, I mean, I'm not caught up on anything that's not Obsessed Network or Consider This. Hello from the Magic Tavern. It's really good. Obviously, Let's Go to Court. Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet. I've definitely recommended them before. Yes.
They are so funny. I've tried them before. They are really good. I just have to, that's one I have to, like, make time for to, like, binge a whole bunch and get, like, super, super into, but they are good.
Yeah, they're really funny. I listen to quite a few. I'm like behind on them. Obviously, I'm in the backlog of pretty much everything I listen to. But I listen to a lot of the Exactly Right podcasts, like Murder Squad and My Favorite Murderer and Do You Need a Ride? Obviously, Potterless podcast I've recommended several times before. It's so good. Veronica Mars Investigations.
Ooh, I love that. I have to watch that show.
You have to watch Veronica Mars.
That's your homework. Yes.
It is so good. And remember, it's seasons 1 to 3, movie, 2 books are optional, and then season 4.
Okay.
But you need the movie. The movie's not optional.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might have to rent it. I mean, I'm sure I'll have bought it again. I bought it, and then I accidentally deleted the email address that I used to purchase it.
What?
And I lost it. Issues were had. There was one more I want to talk about, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I'm just starting a podcast, actually.
Oh.
It's called Plague, I think.
Interesting.
And it's about the AIDS crisis.
Very cool.
Interesting.
And it's called Plague, Untold Stories of AIDS in the Catholic Church. So it's like the effect of the AIDS people, the AIDS epidemic on people that were like involved in the Catholic Church and like with Catholicism, because, you know, AIDS was like really really hard hit the LGBTQ plus community, in particular like the gay men. And like obviously the Catholic Church and the gays do not always get along.
Very true.
So that was so I'm just starting that, but it sounds like it's gonna be really good.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of those, with most of them. Obviously all the Obsessed Network stuff. Criminal I'm really behind in, but I love that podcast. Do You Need a Ride, like you said. Food Psych, you
recommended that.
Recommended a couple weeks ago. I tried Fraudsters, it's called. It's about like scammers and like con artists and stuff. That would be pretty good. I haven't
too close to what I do with my job.
Yeah, fair. But I think it was a Let's Go to Court episode that talked about some con artist, and I just got like really in the mood. So I have listened to a couple episodes of that, and it's pretty good. It's really interesting. I Survived, I wish, had more episodes, because I loved that podcast when they were making, like, regular ones. The Jenna and Julian podcast, if no one's listened to that.
I think you recommended them before.
Super good. Super good. They don't make episodes anymore, unfortunately, but they are great. I'm just, like, scrolling through my podcasts. My Favorite Murder I have to catch up on. I'm a few behind, but they're, of course, obviously, like, a staple. Yeah. Staple for sure. I tried Sinisterhood for a while. I don't know, one of the gals on there started to get on my nerves a little bit.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
So I just, like, stopped, and then I found Let's Go to Court, and I love them so much. So I just, like, totally jumped ship, but they are good. And then Sweet Boys. I love Sweet Boys so much. They're hilarious. It's the one with Garrett Watts, and Andrew Sawicki.
Okay.
They're great. So funny. So I definitely recommend that. I've recommended it before, but here we are.
Yeah.
PCO, you know, all the regular ones.
Amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
Why, did you have anything to add?
You're not really podcasts.
No. I keep wanting, I have all these podcasts, like, saved to listen to, but then I never listen to them. Like, there's this one called History Bitches, which I really want to listen to. It's just women talking about women in history.
That's fun.
But I've never gotten around to actually listening to it to hear if it's good.
Right.
But it sounds good.
We'll hit you up at like 50 or 75 and see.
Yeah.
See what's happening then.
That you have to find, like, a specific activity, like, that you can do while listening to it. Like, for me, when I draw, I don't know if I've mentioned it on the pod before, but, like, that's my job is, like, drawing pet portraits. So when I'm working, when I'm doing that, I put on podcasts, and that's when I catch really up on stuff, because I can't do schoolwork and have my brain there and then also listen to podcasts and appreciate them enough, but I can draw and listen to podcasts at the same time. So that's my podcast time. So that's what I find helpful.
If I'm not specifically listening to it, I completely don't understand a word that they've said.
Yeah.
So totally. I have to be super listening to it. Like, even with TV, I can't do other things while I'm watching TV unless I've watched the episode 20 times.
I can, but I'm fully prepared to go back. and use the rewind. I'm prepared to rewind because I definitely miss things.
Yeah, even when KJ and I have been watching Supernatural together, and I've been typing things in the chat, and I've almost wanted to pause it to actually complete my thought to type out the message.
I would
and then have to go back because I couldn't process.
Also, just for the record, Amazon Prime's built-in watch party is very good.
It is. Helpful. It's great.
We're using it to stay in touch and watch Supernatural together from time to time.
Yes, it's great.
Even though we're hours and hours apart and there's a pandemic and all that stuff.
All the lovely things,
But
yeah. That's really fun.
Yeah,
that was a really fun one to record for sure.
Yeah, it's been nice to just hang out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have so much to do today. I cannot continue to hang out.
Yeah, I have many things.
Same. Today was supposed to be my get my life together day, but then I slept in, so we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But that's all right.
Yeah. Obviously, we're skipping our under segments this week.
Yeah.
But for the record, what they are we have Love It or Lose It, which is one thing we loved and one thing we'd rather get rid of. I feel like we adequately covered that.
Yeah.
Our second one is randomized rankings, where we choose 5 mainish characters at random and rank them. We didn't talk about any real mainish characters today. The third one is I Would Name My Kid That, which is the best baby names inspired by the media. We cover that pretty much every week.
Yeah.
Honestly, add 50 or 100, and then we're going to have to put out the lists of things we recommended. And baby names that we've picked and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you liked this episode or any of our other episodes, or you have requests for future episodes, because obviously, we want to keep doing this for another 25 episodes. Yes. Please let us know on our social media or get in contact with us via email. Our email is seriesofopinionspod@gmail.com. And you can find us on Instagram and Tumblr at Series of Opinions Pod. And you can find us on Twitter at Series of Opinion with no S, because Twitter is dumb. And you can find me at Lifeesses of KJ on everything, including now TikTok.
Yay!
I haven't made any TikToks yet, but maybe by the time this episode comes out, that'll have changed.
You can find me at Miss Faith Ann across everything, and at Faith Ann Art for all of my art.
And you can find me at Moira_Frisk on everything.
And I just wanted to say really quick, I meant to say this before, but before we go, just anyone who, if you listen to this podcast regularly, just thank you. Big ol' thank you, so appreciate. I mean, even if you've only listened a couple times, this is really, really fun, and it's not about, the numbers, obviously, but it's really nice to have the support that we've had, and it's a really, really fun thing that we love to do, so thank you for supporting us.
Send us a DM if you listen to this episode or to this podcast.
We want to talk to you.
We don't have any real sense of how many people there are listening, and we get so excited every time someone's like, I listened to this episode.
I know.
Honestly.
Yeah, because sometimes it can feel like we're just in a bubble, just us three talking every week about random stuff, but we do actually put this out, and people listen to it, so if you're totally tweet us and let us know about stuff and talk to us about stuff, and it's been really fun. So thank you for the support, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, next week we're gonna finish up that Women of Marvel episode with Lila. We had so much fun recording.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you to Faith Ebert for our logo. Our episode was written, produced, and recorded by us. It was edited by Editing Moira and Editing KJ, and we will be back next week to finish out our Women of Marvel episode.
Bye!